Good morning everyone. We've taken a chance at coming out in a break in the weather. We haven't seen this much sun, about 4 minutes worth, in many days, and it literally stopped raining about 15 minutes ago. So we've come down onto the land because, as we touched on Thursday's Pips cast, the lake is full. So yeah, it's literally at probably its highest point now. If you look at that back edge, so that's pretty crazy.
Yep.
Oh, there's Max going in for a quick drink. I'm going to take you round the side to show you how Jacques actually shaped the ground to manage the water, and we can still, even though it's now stopped raining, you can still see how the water is flowing. And this section here, you can see, is literally still very muddy and has a lot of surface water left on it. Let's go and have a look at how it fills up. So the whole idea when the land was worked on was it has a natural flow going down that way, but this side we wanted to manage the water that comes down the hillside. So as you can see here, we have a natural flow coming down because Jacques sort of shaped the side of this. I'm not going to call it a walkway because it was literally just here for water management, but when it's dry it does become a walkway, and there's still water flowing down the whole length of the hillside. Then it comes down, and he built the side of the lake up here into a berm, and it flows down, and now you can see it's actually coming right up. So now you can see it's actually coming right up in the spillway. It is really just a spillway, because his idea was this bank had to be high in case there was a big torrent of water that came down, so it would hit the bank and then swing round into the lake, which it's worked exactly as he said. And that's just amazing. I think we may be in danger of a breach over the top, but at the moment it is still using its capacity to come up round here, sort of snaking round.
Yeah, I think it will use this capacity, as you say, here.
Yeah. It would probably have to fill right up here before it breached the far side, but right down on ground level, yeah, there's not a lot of capacity left, is there, Max? There's not. Why is it so soggy, Ma? Why? It's hobroll. Thank you. Yeah. As we come round this side, you can see we all have a second river, and we actually cleared this out because all of this is flow off from the land here to my left. So it's literally just sort of seeping out and flowing down here. So I'll show you where it starts. I think I'm eating a fly. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of hillside that isn't ours, but it does affect our land, and the rain is seeping through the ground and it's coming out here, and our little stream on this side of the plot starts here and it's flowing down, and then that's why we sort of started and dug out a bit of the channel where I was standing over the stream. It's also seeping out here, just anywhere, because that side is higher than this side. Simple. But there's a pretty good flow of water and it's beautiful and clean. It's lovely clear water. One of our first thoughts about this sort of flow off was to try and direct it into the lake. You know, back in the days where we were worried in case it wouldn't fill up. But this is all about us learning. It's learning about our piece of land. It's learning about the climate and the weather. A lot of people that we talk to locally and to our friends in Spain are saying that this has been the wettest winter so far for about 10 years. So you have to take sort of the bad with the good. Not that rain is bad. We need it to recharge all of the groundwater. And as I showed you with the video about making risotto yesterday, it's been raining for days and all of the little ponds and the streams are filling and absolutely gushing at the moment, and that's helping to refill the groundwater, the reservoirs, the lakes, everything that we need in case there's another long, very hot summer next year. We're going to need all of this water. I mentioned a little while ago that we have an idea there is a little sort of leak, some seepage from this section of the lake, and here you can see it. The weight and the pressure of all of that water is sort of coming through. It's not very much in all honesty. I'm just wondering if that's bubbling up out of the ground. It looks like that's bubbling up out of the ground, but I think it's just where it's seeping through here. So, those of you with more experience than us, is there something that we can do to block that up? I know it's difficult to put, when the water's coming this way, to put something on because it's just going to push it off. Can't empty the lake out. What I'm hoping is the pressure of all of that water is going to compact the edges and all of the mud that was dug up at the deep level. I'm hoping all of that's going to sort of eventually be compressed and start to fill these tiny little bits naturally. That would be really good. But let's have a look down in this corner, because this is where all of the excess water ends up, and we have a plan for that too. So this is like our floodplain. It's where everything ends up, all of the excess water. It's the bottom of the hill, it's the lowest point of our piece of land, and you can see from all of the silt and the sand that that's where everything is washing out. When the land was cleared a lot of the scrub was just pushed up and has just made like a small berm, and that is holding some of the water back, but a lot of it is just running through the boundary and into our neighbour's field.
Look how lush the grass is over there.
Absolutely. And if you listen really hard, if you try and block out the bird sound, I can hear running water. And there is a stream literally where all of that bamboo is, just across the field. So follow the lush grass, then there's an edge of bamboo, and that's where there's a natural stream. It was no more than a trickle when we got here in September, but now it's absolutely raging. So what are our plans here? Our plans are possibly to dig out some kind of pond here, so it would just be a seasonal pond. We might as well try and hold on to as much water as we can. I imagine it will need a liner, so we may have to limit ourselves on size here, but you can just see where it's all pooling, and if we can build up a good berm around the edge, that will help too. We're back up here at the well. Now those of you who've watched us for a long time will know that when we bought this piece of land, we didn't think there was any water on it at all, and for many years that has been true, but as we explored we found this well here and we were like, yes, we've got a well, and it's never had any water in it. It's got a fair few plastic bottles in there, you know, a bit of debris blowing around, but even this year we have now got water in our well. There's a couple of feet of water already there. Somebody took a lot of time and care to actually dig this well because it's fully stone lined. So what we need to do now is try and manage this gift that we've been given, all of this water, and we are now on the lookout for probably some IBCs, so we can pump water out of the lake while it's so full and store it to use later, and then with all of the rain that's still in the forecast, it will then hopefully refill, and then we'll be able to pump some more out and, you know, use that kind of situation. So that's what we're doing now. We're on the lookout for some IBCs. We have got a small submersible pump that will run off our generator, and then the only other thing that we need are some pipes to carry all of that wonderful water. So that's our plan for the near future. I hope you will stick around and see it through with us. I'm going to say goodbye for now. I can see the dark clouds coming and the sun has gone in. I want to get home before we get wet again. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to the Frugal Queen of France for recommending our channel to her viewers. She's been so kind. We have had some new subscribers, so welcome to you all. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time tomorrow.
Yeah.
Take care everyone. Bye bye.